Alyssa, we really need to find a house for next year.
I know. How do we even start looking?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know any upperclassmen or anything.
Yeah, and the landlords won't get back to me.
I know. What do we do?
Smells cute to me. Facing on the camera, Alyssa. Wow, this place is pretty small.
Oh, no. Look at this kitchen. It's totally outdated.
Yeah, these appliances are horrible.
And it's pretty messy.
They didn't even clean up for us. I was not expecting this.
Yeah, definitely not what I was expecting. Look at this living room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a decent size, but not nearly as big as she told us it was going to be. So, on the website, it said that you had all new appliances. These appliances look kind of old.
Yeah, we haven't really updated the website in a little while.
Oh, okay. What about parking? You said there was parking.
Yeah, you have a spot
Where?
at the end of the street.
The end of Main Street? Okay, Alyssa, I'm on this website, Places for Students, and I literally can't even figure out how to work it. Like, what should we do?
I don't know. I wish there was a different website.
Yeah, same.
You ready, B? Let's go get him.
Moving on campus from freshman sophomore year was, I felt like it was a natural progression to go to the towers because it was either the towers or the courtyards, and I wasn't able to live there. And then from sophomore to junior year, I met up with a few friends and we were looking for houses. We didn't really know how to go about it. We talked to our friends that were already living off campus previously. They got us in touch with their landlord, but there was actually no way for us to compare prices and you know, once you speak to one landlord, they kind of trap you into buying the house. So, if there was
my experience with moving off campus was pretty tough. We toured a bunch of houses. We tried to get a bunch of them, and the landlords never really got back to us or anything. Luckily, we found the house I'm in front of right now, which is awesome. But there's a few houses that we wanted and we couldn't get.
My experience trying to find off-campus housing was difficult. It was difficult to try and find an option that was in my price range, that was close to campus, that offered a furnished apartment. And I wish that there was some kind of source or even like a website to kind of compile all of the off-campus housing options to make it easier to search for a place to live.
So freshman year, I really wanted to move off campus, but I didn't really know what to do. I thought I knew about like housing, like moving in January, and then all of a sudden by October everyone had their house to live. So I just kind of heard about courtyards. I went to a few parties there, so we ended up living there. And in hindsight, I wish I knew more information so I could have lived somewhere.
Well, I moved off campus 2 years ago, my junior year, and it was pretty difficult. We couldn't find any landlords or good places any good houses to look at and move into, but we got really lucky because we ended up knowing a girl who was moving the following year, so I'd say it was overall pretty difficult.
So my experience finding housing for sophomore year off campus was really difficult. Moving in, like freshman year, you don't really know a lot of people, so you don't know how well you're going to relate to them or really live with them. So it's hard to say, oh, I want to live with these people when you don't know someone that well, and it makes it difficult to live off campus in the coming year. Plus, you have to get on it nearly within a month or two of coming into campus. Like by mid-October, you have to have all your applications sent out. If you don't, you're pretty much not going to get a house. If you get something in November, then you're lucky. But after that, it's pretty much gone.
Yeah, definitely. It would make it a lot easier to know what houses are available, contact landlords. It would be real helpful.
would have been nice if there was a website that had feedback from other students who lived off campus, because being an underclassman, a lot of my friends didn't live off campus yet, so it was hard to find opinions from students who did live off campus.
So I really think that a website with like student reviews would be really helpful, just because I know you can see like testimonies and stuff online, but from a student to say like, oh, like an experience was really great, like they have really cheap like rent and like really good parking would be really a lot more beneficial than like hearing it from the tenants. So I think it would definitely be a great addition.
Definitely. When I was moving off campus, that would have helped out a lot.
We asked 150 students at the University of Delaware whether or not they would be interested in a comprehensive directory of off-campus properties. An overwhelming 93.6% said yes. Because of this, we saw a need for a new, more efficient housing website at the University of Delaware, one that includes not only a list of all of the off-campus properties, but also many other features, the most important being student reviews. The University of Delaware campus is lacking a resource for students to obtain information pertaining to off-campus housing. Och-Ud will create an honest, informative environment for students to research properties and get real student feedback on these properties. Through this directory, we will create a more transparent experience for students attempting to move off campus. There are a few key factors in starting our business. First, we decided to outsource our development because with our resources, we felt that it was a better idea to let experts create our website and do a more efficient job. We need to upload our housing directory, which we can obtain from the City of Newark for free, and we need to begin to collect student reviews on their past living situations and their current living situations and anything that they know about any housing on or off campus. Although there are a couple other housing websites that the University of Delaware students can use to find off-campus housing, Och-Ud plans to differentiate ourselves to be more appealing and functional to the students of UD. We offer an apartment directory, contact information, prices, photos, and occupancy dates like some of our competitors, while also providing student ratings and reviews, which the other websites don't do. As a college student, there's no better reference than the thoughts of your peers. Students trust other students' judgments, and we think this will help Och-Ud to be the most accurate and efficient off-campus housing website.
So I use udalhousing.com for the current house I live in now as a junior. Going through the house, they made it seem like, oh, it's perfect in pristine condition, nothing was wrong with it, and that they were going to take care of it while we were gone. First problem, over the summer, the air conditioning unit outside was stolen. The huge compressor outside the house, that was stolen. Then we were also told that there were no screens that come with the house after we had already moved in. It's just a latent defect, and in real estate, it's a general rule that if it's not very visible, it's hidden, latent, the term used, means that you have to disclose it, and we weren't told that. And we also found out that the landlord was violating a city ordinance, which says that you have to have screens in the house between the dates of April 15th until September 15th. So
I tried to use another off-campus housing website, but it did not work properly, and I didn't find it very beneficial.
So when I was looking for housing, we looked at UD classifieds. The only thing I really found was housing for Studio Green and other really far away places off campus. So what we ended up doing was I just used word of mouth, and that's really kind of how we found our place, because there wasn't really any good resources.
I think it's definitely worthwhile because there's not really anything else out there like it. I've never been on any other websites or anything that regards landlords and open houses, so it would be really helpful and great.
I think it would be worthwhile because when you're in college, you have a lot of things to deal with between your classes and school and any clubs that you're in. So finding a safe place and reliable place to live shouldn't be one of your major concerns. And since there's nothing else out there like this to find off-campus housing and landlords and any contact information, that it would be really useful and a lot of kids would appreciate it.
To promote Och-Ud, we plan to first start with the basics. Considering nearly all students nowadays are using social networks, we will have both a Facebook and Twitter page. Also, since we found that the biggest problem is freshmen trying to move off campus, we will have flyers throughout the dorms and educate RAs on our website. We also plan to speak to fraternities and sororities, sports teams, and as many other RSOs on campus to try to develop some brand recognition and expand our market. Eventually, we plan to hire student representatives that we feel will help best promote our website and all it has to offer. Based on our survey, 6 out of 10 University of Delaware students would pay to use our website. Therefore, we will charge $1 per month to use this site. Students pay as they go. If a student does not want to use the website for a whole month, they do not have to pay a fee for that month. We are looking for an investor to invest $10,000 in our company in time for the launch in October. Each of the 4 founders will also invest $1,000 in the company. For our first month, we expect 100 students to use the website. For the next 4 months, we expect this number to grow by 50% each month. We also expect to double our cash each year starting in year 1. Wait, Alyssa, I just found this really awesome website called Off-Campus Housing UD. It has everything we need, and it has student reviews, which is really cool. We should definitely look into this.
Yeah, definitely.
This is exactly what we've been looking for.